Hello again and welcome to Lab Matters, a webcast from Kaspersky Lab. Today we're going to do something different. We're here with Mr. Stefan Tanase from our Romanian office. He's a senior security researcher here at Kaspersky Lab. And Stefan is going to give us some tips for the business traveler. What are some of the things you should absolutely pay attention to keep your laptop and to keep your data safe and secure while you're on the road? Stefan, let's start. The number one thing that I should do as a business traveler when I travel is?
Don't lose your machine.
Okay, so physical
you need
security,
it, right?
the fact that I need to always
That's why you
keep
have it with you, because you need your machine. So be very careful in terms of physically securing your machine. Don't lose it. Don't leave it in places where somebody else can put their hands onto it. Usually my advice is to leave it in your room if you don't need it with you. But if you leave it in your room, just make sure you turn your machine off.
Okay, so physical security, make sure you're always aware of where your machine is at all times.
Exactly.
And you're moving around conferences and hotel rooms.
And if you're not with it, make sure it's turned off.
Okay.
Just to make sure that there's no evil-made attack happening to you.
So if I'm running down to the gym, my machine is in the room, make sure it's turned off.
Right.
What about if someone can actually turn it on and get past whatever password scheme I might have there? What's the next level?
That's where encryption kicks in, because even if you lose the machine, you will soon get over with the fact that you physically lost your machine and that you lost some money, the value of your machine. But what's more important than that is the information that's on your machine. That's why you need to make sure that your data is encrypted. So full disk encryption, if possible. Yeah. But the problem is, even if your disk is fully encrypted, if you lose your machine, you lose all your information, right? So that's where you need to use some sort of backup technology. You need to have your information also in some other place, not in the same bag with your laptop. So somewhere at home, somewhere in the cloud, somewhere at your office.
So physical security, proximity to the laptop, make sure you know where your machine is at all times. Encryption, full disk encryption, backup. And backup is a bit of advice that is a bit of general advice that everyone should use, just not a business traveler. I mean, backup is a normal part of what we should be doing. The other thing is the businessman on the road. There's always this last minute urge to run down to the business center and send out this last-minute email back to the office, or check for a sales report, download a last-minute sales report, and print it. What's the advice as it relates to using public machines? Is there a safe way to use public machines, or should we just entirely distrust them?
Personally, I would use a public machine, but just for, let's say, browsing a news website or any type of internet action that doesn't require logging into a private account. Because basically public machines are very insecure. Many people are using them. You don't know what's running on those machines. You don't know what processes are running. You don't know if they are infected, and if they are infected, what kind of infections are happening over there. So I wouldn't log into a personal email account or a corporate email account from such a public machine. Actually, here's an interesting thing that you can do when you're traveling. When you pass by those computers in the business lounge or in the hotel business area, just take 1 or 2 minutes, sit down at one of those machines, and check out the desktop and check out the browser's default download folder. And you'd be surprised of how many people who are, I don't know, downloading sales reports or downloading documents from their corporate email accounts, just leave them there on those machines. They just forget to delete them. So unfortunately, people, the general level of awareness among travelers when it comes to IT security is suboptimal.
Suboptimal. Well, that's about it. Very good advice and some very good tips from Stefan Tanase here from our Romanian office. And thank you for watching our Lab Matters webcast.